So hello
Oh
everyone,
no,
and welcome for this recap for Gold preview. It's a preview, yes, and I'm with Undo, who's one of the Gold coaches this season. I hope he's ready for this because I'm not gonna be
I'm
kind to
I'm not
his team.
ready. I'm not ready for this.
So let's start with Demon's team. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, it's still disgusting.
Look at this
Uh,
beauty.
So one, two, three, four, five strength ups. Yes, a lot of God. I mean, me, he's got as many strength five pieces as a Camry team, except he's better than a Camry team. Um,
In everything, in every yeah.
yeah, the
Last season that he was my favorite, to be honest,
yeah, yeah, but
to win the gold, but
yeah, but Mifuga
somehow
said the same thing, so he obviously jinxed it for Demon. So there you go.
let's jinx it again. Yeah, he's gonna win.
Yeah, you'll jinx it again just now, so that
No,
he knows what's
be-
coming for him. Um,
beautiful team,
yeah,
beautiful team.
yeah. It's got a couple of pieces that are very close to hitting legend. Both are killers, so I'm sure everyone will be happy if they die before they hit legend. But yeah, very solid team. They can overwhelm everyone. Yeah, they've got the tools for literally every matchup. The only issue is that they'll face a wizard on every matchup because they're too expensive. Um, let's see, size team. Yeah, it's a solid team, I think. It's got a Palmer. It's got a God Blitzer. Clearly, it
It's not
shows that he lost a Blitzer last season. Yep.
this team. It's not about the how can I
Uh,
put it?
killing potential there.
It's just about the coach. I don't know. Sai can play odds team like whichever and win it like it. I don't know, tier one team. It's freaking amazing.
Oh yes, he is a very solid coach. Um, that being said, his team is still has some very interesting tools to his uh to 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 it. So he's got a really good sacker there, a wrestle strip ball strength four piece. That's insanely good. I mean it wouldn't be good in other seasons of Gold, but in this particular season,
Yep.
when there's two Lizardman teams, uh, there's a Chaos team that doesn't have show hands at all. There's for Dark Elves it'll probably be less relevant, but still no show hands. Uh, for rats, it could also be less relevant because rats can do rat BS and they're very solid on defense, so they might as well try to two turn on him so that they can try to put pressure on him. Uh, but still, that Sakura is very interesting. Also,
Very much
very good.
appreciated.
Yeah, that lineman. Sorry.
Very much appreciated you skip the my team because it's just awful against those. Proper awful. I don't know how to handle this.
Yeah, well, yeah, I did skip the two Lizardmen team because I mean, skinks are not made to face to face this kind of sacker. Because even if you put all your guard in there to try to make it half dice, uh, I don't think you can even make that a half dice easily unless you commit a lot of guard in there. He can
Yep.
pretty easily get a one dice. So yeah, it's very tough for the Lizardmen team to deal with this. And even if you do get rid of him via a removal, there's still two pieces that have either rackle or tackle, so the skinks are not going to be safe.
Yep.
Yeah. And he's also got this beauty of alignment with 2 plus leap guard everywhere. That's pretty insane. Um, for the little backstory, I think Sai, if I recall correctly, Sai got agility after playing against me in bronze, and he was kind of hesitating on taking it or not. But you know, I think now his player is really solid. So
Just put him in a cage, then jump with the other one, and that's it. You have like
yeah,
two dice on the ball every time.
yeah, he can have very easy 2 dice on the ball. So that's a very solid team. The only thing that's probably gonna let him a little bit down is the fact that neither of his catchers has agility, so kind of hard to recover sometimes with agility 4. Uh, but yeah, you know, he's got the skills, you know. He's got dodge, blodge, he's got show hands, and even show feet. So, that's an interesting, that's a very good move for recovery. He's also got a catcher for one turning and for guard assists. So in case the lineman gets removed, I'm assuming he's the one getting punched when leaping. And yeah, I mean it's a good team, and I think it will be particularly good this season, considering the teams that are in gold.
Like he wasn't good enough last season.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what teams were last season, but with 2 Lizardmen teams, it's gonna be extra spicy, you know.
Yep, yep.
He's also got a player that's fairly close to legend, his killer, so that'll be interesting to see if he gets him there. And yeah, that's size team. 11 fan factor. Wow. He needs to he needs to lose a little bit. Let's see. Then there's your team. 2 rerolls. Well, surprised you don't have a third one.
I live on the edge. Like
Oh yes, living on the edge. Um, so there's yeah, it's you've got some good skinks. You've got some really solid skinks. I'll give you
nothing
that.
spectacular. Just that one turner. That's it.
Oh, you've got a blodge step diving tackle skink. That's pretty solid. Um, you've got an agility skink as well, so you know
Yep.
that's really good when he's with the one turner, because he can reliably pick up and kind of pass it. It's a bit of a shame that 2 Sorai are rookies, but oh well, when they die, you have to live with it.
They died. It was a blodger, a guard blodger, and a mighty blow guard one.
Yeah, those are solid. Those are solid, but yeah. Fortunately, it was only 2, so I think the team is still in pretty good shape. 4 guard pieces. The Blodge one needs an MVP, because that way he gets guard as well, and he'll be really annoying. And yeah, yeah, it's very good. In particularly the 85 SPP one, that's a really good one. In terms of potential legends, TIE Interceptor is not that far away, 60 SPP. Also 11 Fan Factor, you know, you say about Sai, but you know, according to the game, you should lose as well. You should lose in,
Yeah.
in order to get more less Fan Factor. So then there's Evil Smoothie's team. So yeah, 2 rerolls as well. Surprising. I do like me a third reroll, particularly without show hands, but oh well. He's got a Minotaur, 260. Wow, very
That
expensive Minotaur.
is a nightmare. No, no.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, there's not enough fouling game uh
No.
in gold. Bec
He's the one who killed my both of my
oh,
I saw this.
Oof, oof, oof,
He
oof.
is just a nightmare.
He's a terror of the night. When you end your game at midnight and you're like you go to sleep and you're trying
Yep,
to forget about it and you're like, oh no, not no no again.
yep, that's the one.
But to be fair, this is the kind of thing that you get to the ground, you foul it as many times as you possibly can. Uh,
He's invincible.
oh, no one's invincible. He'll die from a
I
GFI.
think he was like fall multiple time from by everyone. So somehow
No,
it's
he'll
still
he'll eventually die. Maybe a rock, maybe a GFI. Uh,
hopefully.
but yeah, very well developed Chaos Warriors as well.
Hmm.
Other than of course Dipsy 2. Probably would have skipped Dodge on the first level to be fair, because then it's gonna be a real hassle to get him to 16 SPP, and even more of a hassle to get him to 31 SPP, which is when he can get to Blodge's God. So yeah, but considering the amount of tackle in gold, I think it's not that bad of a move because there's no dwarf or dwarf teams. Um, I mean, everyone has tackle, but no one has mass tackle. It's got two claw, mighty blow. Okay, that's interesting. I miss no god what no tackle whatsoever. So that's gonna be an issue. I'm assuming. I mean, he's got his wrestle piece, but it's not quite the same. Yep,
Yeah,
interesting team. I think he still has a lot of removal potential, so it could be interesting to see what he does. Beam and key. So yes, there is me, movement 8. I don't know if he has. I don't know if he'll replace me eventually, but well, I'm still there for the time being. uh, he's got his
but
natural one turner, Saima. He's a real game changer, I would assume.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Two claw rats. One of them has also mighty blow and horns, so that's a really good blitzer. Kejarat the second of his name is really interesting. Um, Return of Drat. That's agility 5 and 2 heads, so he dodges with agility 6. Yeah, that's really good. This guy needs sure hands and he can recover the ball anywhere. Pretty crazy. But yeah, I think he'll probably struggle with the removals, but other than that, his team, if he doesn't get damage to Bally, I think he'll do well. Because he has literally everything you can hope out of a Skaven team. He's got the one turner, he's got the sacker, he's got the recovery, he's got the claw mighty blow, the horns, the kick. He just lacks a dirty play. Oh no, he's got a dirty player. Sorry. So yeah, he's got essentially everything he wants.
Exactly, yeah. No, he's pretty solid.
Plus, he's really trim, so he should be able to get some wizards during the season. Let's take a look at our nudes team.
Good team,
Uh,
very good.
yeah, it's a solid team. I really like this. Two Blood God pieces. That's really
Hmm.
interesting. Uh, three tackle. Yeah, he's not gonna be lacking in tackle. Uh, he's got a good surfer witch right there. And also a rookie witch. Yeah, a couple of guys that are just a vanity pass away from leveling up. So yeah, this team has got a lot of potential.
It's pretty generic team, but good.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
very well rounded.
yeah. I think, yeah, I think the biggest weakness that I can see is that um
So
he could,
sidestep to the witch next level, and I think he's set.
yeah, yeah. I'm thinking that maybe he could really use one extra guard piece. That would really make a huge difference, in my opinion.
Yes, but to get guard on the dark elf, it's
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah. You need
pretty hard.
doubles. Yeah, you
Yeah,
need doubles. So it is fairly hard, and from the looks of it, he's already he yeah. If the only level ups that he's gonna take sooner on the Linos, I would assume, and the Witch Elf, but you never get Dark Witch Elf. Uh, well, there's also his killer, but if he rolls doubles again on his killer, I would 100% take piling on. That would make him a lot better. I
best
think.
animation in the game, in my point of view.
Yeah.
Piling on the Blitzer Dark Elf.
They have that Matrix kind of
Exactly.
pause.
Loved it.
I think I prefer the high elf polygon animation if I'm honest, but I do like the dark elf one as well. So yeah, it's a solid team. It could struggle against a couple of teams. I think he will absolute. I think this will be an absolute nightmare for Smoothie to deal with, though, because I mean, just the sheer amount of dodge and of blodge and Smoothie does not have any tackle. Other than
He
that,
rolls, he rolls pause anyway, so don't worry about him.
who needs tackle then? Yeah, well, yeah. He'll probably. It depends on how it goes against Demon, because Demon's team is very violent, but obviously he's gonna have to face a wizard. Then there's Saima. I think Saima's team can also be a bit of a struggle for our nudes, but would have to say. In particular because it's coached by Sai, we'll say, but also because his team has every tool to try to try to counter that. So Krasimia's team,
That's a good, that's a good team.
it's a solid team. The only thing that I find to be a little bit lacking in is the fact that he does not have a break tackle, block tackle piece. That's because if all of his Sorai get based, he doesn't have anyone to
I
take care
think
of
he had the,
potatoes.
I think he used to have the tackler.
Oh
He
yeah,
used,
he does have a fresh new source, so maybe that's the thing that died.
and I don't want to point fingers, but I think I know who did it.
Oh, was it Nunu?
Nope,
Oh, it was you?
I think so. I'm not so sure though.
Oh, all right, all right, all right, all right. And then there's obviously the two movement nine skinks. If
Yep,
either of them gets an extra movement up, he can make them a natural one turner, and that's really, really good for a skink. Uh, but yeah, he's also got 11 fan factors, so he needs to start losing a little bit. Yeah, just very solid team. Four god pieces as well. Yeah, he's lacking a killer as well, like a genuine killer, a block, mighty blow, tackle piece. But I mean, we'll see if he lacks it or not during the season. And finally, Mashuger's team, no more pain.
lazy, lazy, lazy.
He got blotch? Wow.
Yep,
All right, all right, all right. That's an interesting team. I do like it now that it's a lot trimmer, now that he does not have a Minotaur. It's a solid team. A lot of guards stand firm. A lot of
yeah,
Almighty
and
Blow.
it's very. How can I put it? He know how to play the control with this team.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's a good team for playing the control. And now that he's got three Claw Mighty Blow, I mean, he's got very good removing potential. He's also got a good sacker, so yeah, I think he's got all the tools he needs to do well in every matchup. Of course, that doesn't mean that he'll necessarily do well in every matchup if dice or whatever does not go his way. But yeah, I think he's got the tools, so we'll have to see how this goes. Probably a little bit lacking in the bench department. Yeah,
Yeah,
go.
he can buy one. Think he have enough money.
Yeah, yeah, I do like having a little bit of bench when playing as Chaos because AV8 goats can get killed, will get killed under a horrible death. So yeah, that's it for gold. What are your predictions other than Sai winning the?
I said Sai and the last place me
No,
definitely. I
no, no, no. Come on, don't be like
no
that.
no no. They're like I don't know. I just got lucky to get here. So yeah,
Oh,
I think the other teams are better. How can I put it? Equipped.
hmm Yeah.
So it was a work in progress. I didn't expect to be this season. So
Oh well.
if not last, but the seventh at least, I guess.
I think you have a fair shot at this, if I'm
Well,
perfectly honest. Take a look at your matchups. I mean, yeah, Meshuggah's probably a little bit dangerous.
well,
uh,
I think Sai will win again against Demon or Beer maybe, and
I'm not,
the veterans with an outside chance, and Meshuggah as well. The newcomers,
oh,
I don't know,
I think
a bit shaky.
Our noob has a solid team, so I think he can do well. Uh,
Everyone can do well, but
yeah.
I can't overlook Sai. I just can't.
Oh well, I mean everyone can have a bad season, even Sai.
Definitely,
Uh,
definitely.
so can't really predict who's gonna win, but
It's it is well rounded and it's not as bashy as it used to be
yeah,
because usually there are like one or maybe two RG teams and the rest.
yeah, I think that's a fair point, and it's that since there's a lot more diversity, we get to see a much more diverse competition where you can do well against one type of team and not do well against another type of
Right.
team.
No
So,
chores.
so for instance, I don't see any kind of team that specializes on killing agility teams like trolls do. Yes, so that's a fairly interesting thing. Uh, I still think every matchup could go either way because I don't. Maybe maybe the matchup that can be a bit of a struggle for both you and Krasimir will be Sai because of skink carriers. But
Yep.
then again, they can Kislev can get overwhelmed by strength if armor doesn't
Yeah, and
hold.
at some point, if you got like couple of removals,
Yeah,
it get harder and harder. Yeah, hey, you can't predict anything. But I just put like the coach skill before.
oh
Yeah.
come on, and you
Demon as well. Demon as well. No, no, no. Sai knows his team. I don't know. Demon as well have an amazing team, and I don't want to jinx him. That's why I will not say he's gonna be the one. But
I don't think he's gonna be the one. So that way we make sure we don't jinx it, okay? I don't think he's gonna
all
be
right.
the one. And the reason for that is that he's gonna get induced the ever living hell
Yep.
out of all
Yep.
season. So
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's the downside. Yeah.
it can be a bit of an uphill battle sometimes when you're don't get me
But
wrong,
if
he will outbash a lot, essentially everyone in the division. Um,
If we concentrate a bit and it's not the same old demon who was like, yeah, I will push this button. Haha. Oh, okay. It doesn't work.
oh well.
I
No, but I mean, yeah. He'll obviously outbash everyone, but facing against a wizard every game can be a bit tough, because I mean, everyone's gonna get a wizard against him.
yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, that can be a little bit tough for him, but so that's why I don't think he'll end up top of the division. Uh, that's just my prediction there. It's hard to tell who.
There are a lot of factors. I mean, you can lose your best player in the first game and that's
Oh,
it, season's done.
absolutely. You can use your team on the first game and that's it.
Yep. Yeah, it happened to me in gold with
Yeah.
my Necros. I had the first game against Magnus Chors.
Oh
Uh,
yes.
that was the end of the season.
Oh well. Yes, so I guess that's it for the preview for gold. Thank you very much for joining me and see you next time. Probably for round one if I have time to do it.